Hi, we're the HBP Group and we help businesses improve their IT and cybersecurity solutions. And one of the areas that we help with is a proactive approach to cybersecurity. Now this is known nowadays as cybersecurity as a service, and if you haven't seen this term as a service used in other areas before, ultimately means it's that you're handing over the responsibility and the task of managing that area of your business to a third party, somebody like ourselves. And the real benefits of doing that is when it's an area of technology or an area of business that you really don't understand, you don't have time to throw yourself into it, and it's something that's changing on a regular basis as well, which is why we offer this proactive service, this cybersecurity as a service solution to businesses. It's quite often something that they know is there, they know it's a challenge, but it is constantly changing, it is developing, and therefore having a proactive approach to it and having experts like ourselves involved make sure that risk is taken away from you and you can kind of sleep well at night knowing that someone's taking care of that side of things. So in terms of how we approach it, initially when we first start working with a business, there's a period of looking at how you're set up at the moment, and everyone is set up at a different level generally. Some people have invested in cybersecurity maybe a couple of years ago, some people have not taken it that seriously and just chucked in a few bits here and there. So ultimately we'll look at things and we'll say, okay, what have we got in place at the moment? Is it fit for purpose? Is it current and updated? And where are any other gaps that could cause you risk and harm from cyber threats and vulnerabilities? From there, we'll make some recommendations that need to be updated straight away. These may be as simple as having some changes to your policies or the ways that people can access data within your business, not necessarily new solutions, or it might be a case of updating your antivirus software or your firewall, for example, to allow us to have more control over what we can protect. From there, we basically create a plan for you that's an ongoing plan. Now, depending on the size of business, the complexity of your data, the sensitivity of your data, that could be anything from weekly to quarterly. In some cases 6 monthly, but in general we're looking at a quarterly kind of plan as a minimum. And the main reason for that is that one of the key jobs is updating your software on a regular basis. So you've probably heard the term patches. It's basically a patching process. So when the latest updates come out from each software company, we come along and we install them. We also test those installs to make sure that there aren't patches that are going to come out that cause other problems. So we install them when they're ready to go. And normally, not always, but normally when a software vendor releases a patch, it has some element of security update in there as well. Obviously there's sometimes functionality, but more often than not, there are security updates in there as well. So it's really important that we're updating them on a regular basis. And like I say, as an absolute minimum, every quarter is a sensible approach to go. Now, because it's a managed plan, we don't need to come to you and say, well, we're thinking of updating this or we need to patch this. It's all built into our plan. We're learning everything from what's going on in the industry. We're seeing what new threats are out there at the moment. We're seeing what new patches become available, and we're taking the lead on that to make sure we're implementing what's absolutely right for businesses at this moment in time. What we will also do though is we will keep abreast of what's going on, and if your network is no longer covering that new threat, we will make recommendations of where you potentially need to enhance it. So for example, one of the newer kind of threats that businesses are coming up against nowadays is a new kind of phishing attack, so basically via email, that is trying to get people to log in to what looks like a fake Microsoft 365 portal, basically to access their email. Normally by sending them an email that says one of your contacts has sent you a file, click here to access it. And what that's doing basically is tricking people into logging into this fake portal and giving away their login details, which can then be used to access not only their email, but the whole Microsoft 365 account. And that gives away data for one, but also allows them to use that email address and send out other stuff. So something we're seeing on a regular basis, very easy solution for it, which is two-factor authentication. So in that scenario, we would go to our customers and we would say, look, this is a new threat, it's on the rise, we're seeing it very regularly now, this is the solution. So again, we're being proactive with you, we're keeping you updated with what's going on and making sure you're protected both now, but also in the future. So very simple and easy, and left completely to us to manage in that scenario. So if you are interested, then all you need to do is fill out our free review form. So our free review initially is a look over your network and a look at some key areas that will tell you whether or not there are any obvious vulnerabilities. If you'd like to, we can take that to another level and do a more in-depth survey of your entire network. From there, we will put together a visual representation of what your IT and your cybersecurity solutions look like right now, where the potential concerns are for us, and then a proposed new network and how we would resolve those potential concerns. Obviously, we can provide a proposal for that along with an ongoing plan to manage it on an as-a-service based solution. So if you're interested, all you need to do is fill out that form and we'll be in touch to get the ball rolling.